His dogs really work well and parallel well with our training so that we can give people not just a lethal option, because we always want to de-escalate, but a less lethal option to kind of deter crime from occurring.
All right, I'm at the Syndicus booth here on the main level, and I've got Andrew with me, and this company doesn't just do one thing, they kind of do a lot, and so I'm gonna let him go through and just kind of tell us what you do.
Absolutely, thank you. So my name's Andrew, I'm from Syndicus, or Syndicus Defense Corp is what we're known as. We're here at SHOT Show 2025. We're actually really excited because, like you said, we don't just do one thing. So we'll go kind of break that down and tell everybody what we're about. So our first division is our manufacturing. We manufacture American-made AKs, and they're all hand-built. We've been told, and we've kind of adopted this sense of, hey, we're like the 2011 rifles because everything's hand-fitted, set up, and put together so that it runs very, very smooth like the 2011. Whether it's our Orion that we're launching or Orion X, they all have their specific jobs to our AK-47s, our Hyperion, our Syndicate, or our T-47. Everything's hand-built in shop. Cool thing is, we're in Fullerton, California, so a lot of people in California are really like, wait, you manufacture weapons in California? Absolutely, and we're proud of it, and we plan to stay on that route. Our second division is our Cerakote division. We've decided to kind of bring that in-house. We wanted to be in more control of what we do, but at the same time keep the quality of what we do. So with that being said, we built a whole Cerakote facility, and we're one of 3 companies that does actual volume of Cerakote, and we even get Cerakote to come down to our facility to train. So I have all my guys trained, all my guys are Cerakote certified, and half of them are Cerakote Advanced certified. So it really helps in the QC part of our mission of keeping everything one, American made, and also having that high quality as far as our weapons and our Cerakote, and our different artistry that we have with Chris doing it and coming up with the patterns and the designs and stuff that we've done already here for SHOT Show that you might see at Maximum or Cry, or kind of give you little hints of what our stuff is at currently. Our third division is our training division, and actually we have one of our partners here, Delta K9. So a lot of us have law enforcement background. I've been on 13 years with a police department in California. I'm currently a detective. And we wanted to train civilians to understand that concept, whether it's basic pistol, rifle, or shotgun, intermediate, advanced. The current crime rate that's occurring right now in Southern California is home invasions. So we teach home invasions, situational awareness. When we thought about that and we started developing those classes and curriculum with our other team, we linked up with Delta K9. Mike's the owner of Delta K9, and he actually does protection dogs. Mike is also a police officer internationally and has been doing this for over 20 years. So his dogs really work well and parallel well with our training so that we can give people not just a lethal option, because we always want to de-escalate, but a less lethal option to kind of deter crime from occurring.
So are these dogs that people bring in for you, or do they actually like buy the dogs, you buy the dogs and train them and everything? How does that all work?
So in working with Mike, they would buy the dogs and the package. So Mike would train the dogs, but we would train simultaneously with the owner handler. And then we would teach them all like the basic stuff when it comes to firearms. If they're doing CCW, if they're just doing in-home training for home defense, we would teach them the weapons side. Mike would teach them, or teach the dogs how to respond to commands and work well with the handler or the owner in that case. And then we pair those together so that they have that option. Okay, am I gonna use the dog for less lethal options to deter crime? Or unfortunately, do I have to escalate my level of force to meet the force that that's being presented towards me? So that's our training side. And our last division, I've been working on this for years, and I'm very passionate about my job as a law enforcement officer and being a detective, and I want to help people. And unfortunately, America has been through a lot, and mass shootings is a big thing that we want to combat. We love selling firearms, we love giving it to people that are responsible gun owners, but at the same time, we understand there is evil in the world. We actually developed a drone called Jarvis, Jarvs. It's our Joint Aerial Reconnaissance Vehicle System, and we're using our AI inside Jarvis to detect weapons. And it's detecting pistols or rifles, and the whole point of these drones is to secure large areas and function so people can be at peace of mind, and that we can have eyes in the sky to see a threat coming before it even comes into the area or to the arena or to the concert. So we've been really trying to mold Syndicus into a true defense company, give it every little bit of opportunity to help out manufacturing, coding, training, or AI and aerospace to really put that all together.
So with all of that, because that's a huge gambit of different products and things, you're trying to bring that to the market, and obviously online is one of the best ways to do that and reach people from all over the world, all over the country, especially with the breadth of different products you have. So what's your experience been with that, trying to bring that into the market?
Speaking fully transparent about this, it's been difficult. A lot of online markets don't want anything to do with firearms. The moment you tell them it's sterilized, it's an issue, and you can't move forward. And like someone said earlier, and then we've said this in the past, how do you progress forward across the country if you can't show your product? If you can show your product on social media and talk about it, how do you sell it? How do you turn that into an ROI? Well, e-commerce is a great way to do it if it's not guns, but as soon as you tell them, hey, I have guns, I have this, I have that, it just deters them from doing anything, and they don't want to work with you. Or they find out what you're doing, even though you're open with them, and they do a dive or almost like a credit check, and they realize, hey, we realize you actually manufacture guns. Well, we told you that. Yeah, we don't want to work with you. Well, then what do I do? How do I facilitate that transaction and give us the ROI, and then also spread our branding out to other people so they see that, hey, we're well versed in what we're doing, and we want to reach out to a broader spectrum. So it's been difficult. It definitely has, but we've heard there's a lot of options now, and I heard Shopify is actually in the game to help out the firearm industry, and I always look at that as a positive. I don't like to see the negative things. Okay, if they didn't do it before, cool, they're doing it now, let's make it happen, let's make it work.
Well, this has been fantastic. I mean, you have so many cool products just laying around here, and the puppies and everything. So, I mean, you knew how to bring people into the booth. So,
we tried, yes.
Thank you very much for talking to us. And I think that everything that you're doing is right along the lines of where we want to go with products. And so, no, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.